All right, so shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I start off by saying Brakatham, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the hopefully elect, starting with the 144,000 shalom. So Lord willing, play this video. Lord willing, got a few precepts and bring out around it, but this is their motive, man. You know Esau. When you hear it, you see caps that Elon Musk says future brain implants could give humans godlike powers before Yahweh Shah level miracles. He put JC, but I say it probably not Yahweh Shah level miracles, man. This is what they want to do, right? They want to be like the Most High, right? And we're gonna bring it out. That's why they're gonna be brought down, right? They trying to do too much. Their whole objective is to be like the Most High, to control everything, right? But well, I'm gonna play this video and bring out some few precepts around it.
I think some kind of brain machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpowers, I think, is probably good. It could, help people that have brain or spine injuries. Enable people who've never spoken for years to speak again, which we've done. Give people eyesight who have lost both eyes or the optic nerve, or maybe have never even seen at all, blind from birth, by direct interface to the optical centers in the brain. You can actually restore eyesight, or give people eyesight that they've never had before, and you can enable people to walk again, which I think is profound. I mean, these are kind of Jesus level things, like let's say, like when technologies are hitting like Jesus level miracles, that's pretty good.
Con, in this article, Lord willing, let me see if I can let me see something, right? This article that speaks about how they're spending billions of dollars to what? Try to they're spending these billionaires are spending billions of dollars to try to obtain eternal life for life expectancy, longer life expectancy, right? This is what they're doing, right? But right now they're in the process of using their miracles, right, to gather up everyone, to deceive and trick, Let's go to Revelation 13 real fast. All right, verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth. I was thinking I want to start up. We'll go right here. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And you see what these miracles he got power to do, right? He deceived people by these miracles, right? To get everybody to trust in him, to get everybody on his side, to get everybody, because ultimately he's trying to do what? To gather them up, to go against Yahweh Shah, right? He's trying to deceive so much that when they come out with the MOTB, they deceiving people to make the MOTB seem as some type of power. Just how the spirit, how he speaks about the spirit bring us power. He want people to look at him like he can give them powers, man. He said it. He's gonna give you God-like power. He's gonna make you do miracles, man. Right? You'll be able to talk again. You'll be able to see. Right? This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to exalt. He said he want to be like the Most High. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Right? He want to be like Yahweh Shah, man. This is Esau's motive, right? Because ultimately he doing what? To gather everybody else to fight against Yahweh Shah, right? This is Isaiah 14, right? I went too far down. Oh yeah, Khan, right? Isaiah 14, start verse 13. He says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, meaning their mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God." All right, this is what they want to do. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. This is what he want to do, right? We say he exalt himself above anything that's called God, right? Ezekiel 28, right? Ezekiel 28, what is it in verse 2? Right, he says, "Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, this saith the Lord Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, in front of the people. Yet thou art a man, not of God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God." This is what they want to do, right? And they're using these miracles, this technology, right? They're using these miracles, these technology to deceive, to trick the people. So when they come out with the MOTB, which is the RFID chip, right? People gonna look at these things as a good thing to take, You know, they're gonna look at it as like they're receiving the power in a sense. You see what he's trying to do? He's trying to make it seem like it's a cool thing to do it. But ultimately, you making that covenant with the devil, making that covenant with the wicked, right? And that's what Esau want to do. That's why he's part of his you know, part of his mo, right, is deceiving, tricking, right? He's crafty, cunning. He can easily trick people into get them to team up with him. Right? That's what he do. That's part of that wine, that transgressive by wine, his philosophy, his ways. And his words is smooth as butter. Right? You don't understand, you'll be able to talk again, you'll be able to walk again if you can't walk. You'll be able to, he's gonna be like doing like how shall like miracles, man. This is what he wanna do. He wanna be like the most high. Right? That's why the most high is gonna destroy him. But Esau is gonna deceive a lot of people with this. So when he do come out with the MOTB, as you read Revelation 13, verse 15 on down speaks about it, right? He deceiveth with those miracles, right? To do what? He want to get everybody on his side to gather them up to fight against the Yahushua, right? To fight against the Yahushua, so because they trying to fight for eternal life. They want to live for eternity. This is Revelation 16, right? Verse 14. It says, "For there the spirits of devils, right, working miracles." Part of those miracles is technology. You see what he's saying? Technology. They want to put chips inside of you, right? But ultimately, they want to make you. Their whole motive is to make you a digital slave. Part of them, like the Most High, they want to control everybody. They want to be over everybody. Yeah, they deceive you, telling you you'll be able to walk in if you can't. This is part of deception. This how they gonna get majority of people to take the MOTB to mark of the beast. Guys in a wheelchair, they don't walk again. And you enter the chip inside of you, but you'll be able to walk again. Got, people who stutter or can't speak, like, you take this chip, you'll be able to, if you blind, you take this chip, if you deaf, this part is miracle. This is how you deceive and trick. Right? He says, "For there are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth to the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of the power Almighty." And this is what they say to do. This is what their whole mindset is, to gather up everybody to fight against the Yahushua. Because they want to fight against the Yahushua. And they think they compete with Yahushua. They've been creating weapons, right? I can't find the video no more. Every time I search it up, but they got a little weapon, look like a little ray gun. They can shoot nuclear power, right? It can basically split a plane. They got it, split a plane. They got it for quote unquote to fight UFOs, shoot UFOs down the sky. But ultimately, they know what's going on. They gathering everything up to that battle of the great day of power Almighty, the battle against Yahushua. And they're gonna deceive they're gonna deceive and trick a lot of people with these words he's using, right? Right? Psalms 55:21 says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, man. Yeah, man, you're gonna be able to walk, you're gonna be able to do all these things. You might well get this chip, right? It's how you're gonna deceive the whole world. Deceiving is one of his strong points. He crafted cunning. He's gonna deceive the whole world. His mind. He want to be like the Most High. He want to control everybody. He want to turn everybody to a digital slave. And deception is one of the biggest things he got that can help him get his way, in a sense. So the words of his mouth were smooth than butter, but war was in his heart, right? But his words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn with swords, man. So this is what Esau does. He's good with speaking. He's good with talking to you until he gets you. Now you that digital slave, which you making a whole covenant with the devil. You're making a whole agreement with the devil. So now you're gonna be destroyed right along with them. But he want everybody to see him as a God and put trust and faith in him. Right? He want everybody to put trust faith in him because he want to control everybody. He want to be over everybody. Right? Got a couple more. I want to make this long. I had a couple precepts around it. What else I was going to grab? Matthew 24 and 24. And this is why he going to get a lot of the whole world, but he's not going to be able to deceive the elect. Matthew 24 and 24. So there shall arise false Mashiach and false prophets shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. This is one of the things they're going to be able to do. This is one of them great signs and wonders that's going to have everybody in awe, right? Oh my, but you heard about that chip? Yeah, Larry got it and he back walking again. John, he couldn't see for years. Now he got the chip, he can see again, man. He might need to go get that chip. They're going to do great signs and wonders, deceive and trick the people. See, people ain't going to want to hear this truth in the word. That's why that hour of temptation, a lot of people going to fall. A lot of people going to slip and fall, man. Because they're going to come with great signs and wonders. He's showing you one on right now. He on the internet advertising it. Yeah, you'll be able to walk, you'll be able to have power. Things it says, man. Right? You see it. Right? Second Thessalonians chapter 2. Right? Verse 4. It says, who opposeth and exalt himself but all his called guys, talking about Esau, Edom, or that sitteth, or that is worships like it, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. That's what he want the people. He want the world to see him. In his mindset, he already thinking he a God, but he want the world to see him as that as well. You know, he want the world, to see his power, right? So, boom. I want to jump down. Right, verse 9, right? It says, even him who's coming after, talking about Yahushua is him, even him who's coming after the working of Satan, Esau, Edom, the physical sons and daughters of Satan, right? With all power and signs and lying wonders, right? And with all deceivableness, right? And with all deceivableness of the unrighteous in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, they might be saved. Because why they deceived by what? All those signs, the other signs and lying wonders. They deceived by these things, right? So they gonna really put their trust and faith in Esau, as if Esau, can save them, right? Especially when the world is in an uproar, especially when people are, think there's so much chaos going on. They gonna look for Esau for help, for savior, but ultimately they ain't gonna be the ones who save you. He wants you to see himself as a God, but the Most High truly bring them down. You don't even know it. This is his last stand in a sense. This is what he thinking. This is his last motive to say, okay, hey, this is right here gonna take us to the promised land. This new world order. Once we establish this, nobody will be able to overcome us, right? We're gonna be gods on earth. Everybody gonna worship us. Everybody gonna, because we got the key. We got the tools. We got it all, right? The technology, right? They want to hook themselves up to computers to live for forever, man. They want to turn everything digital, but it ain't gonna work. But I'm just going into this lesson, you see the miracles. You see this is what Most High speak about when he said he got the miracles. The few precepts he brought out, Baba Kashai was edifying, right? These are the miracles that you got to peep. Remember, the scripture said, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. These are the miracles that Esau, has, that he tricks you with. He's on there advertising you. You know how many people who seen that? Like, I got to get that. I ain't walk, I got to walk. I can't see. Right? That thing like that deceiving, that trick, those miracles going to get a lot of people, man. And you know what you're doing? You minimize the power. How about Shah? Because you going through those people who can't see, who can't walk, who, that's judgment. That happens to you for no reason. That's judgment. Whether you feel like you was perfect in this life, quote unquote, yeah, you could have did something in your past life when you came back. But in a sense, right? That's why fear is the beginning of knowledge of wisdom. But in a sense, we just in the lesson, Lord willing, we just going into the miracles that Esau had. Esau miracles are going to deceive a lot of people, man. Right? Esau miracles are going to deceive a lot of people. Going to deceive a lot of men that men that's in the truth. That's the hour of temptation is going to be heavy, right? But Lord willing, right? The lesson was quick, edifying, and exalting, right? I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shout out to the hopefully elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom.